People, you have no idea how excited I am to talk about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. My most anticipated movie of the year, one of my most anticipated movies of all time, the sequel to my favourite animated movie of all time. The all times just never stop with my excitement for this movie. I wasted no time. Opening day, I was there, I was in the cinema with a friend. We both sat down, we were so excited to watch this film. Also very sceptical because, of course, we don't want it to be bad. But we were not disappointed. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is everything and more from what I wanted from a sequel to my all-time favourite animated movie. Into the Spider-Verse changed animation as we know it. It set a incredibly high bar for what animation studios need to do in the future of animation. And thanks to that movie, companies like DreamWorks, and I don't know what company makes it, but the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie are all incorporating that comic booky style that Into the Spider-Verse created. So when I tell you that Across the Spider-Verse takes the first movie, turns it up to 1,000 and makes it a little teeny bit better on the story side, I mean it. This is honestly one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen. Now let's just get the obvious out of the way now. The animation is flawless. There's not a single bad piece of animation in the entire movie. Every frame is bursting with colour, bursting with life, and it just looks so beautiful. The character designs are amazing. The Spider-Man suits, the Spider-Man characters all look great. The Spot looks so terrifying. Well, especially in the latter half of this movie. But even before, he looked really goofy and funny. But there's still that bit of edge of creepiness to him. The locations, the different universes, all have a distinct style. They all look unique and amazing. So, on the visual side of things, this movie is just flawless. Cinematography, amazing as well. There's that scene in the trailer where Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales are sitting upside down. And they're looking out over the city, and the city's all on the top of the screen. Wow. Mind-blowing visuals in the cinema. On the big screen, that shot was whoo. But it's fine having great visuals, great animation. What about the story? Again, it is absolutely fantastic. Somehow, Into the Spider-Verse made the smallest things a massive part of this movie. You probably know what I'm on about if you have seen the movie, or if you have seen some of the memes online that are cruelly spoiling this movie. It's amazing how this movie jogs your memory of Into the Spider-Verse, and even the small elements don't feel jarring or out of place into the story. It means that they can keep that little bit of connective tissue to the original to make this a whole universe and make the story spread across all the films really well. And the writers did an amazing job at balancing all these characters. Every Spider-Man, every other non-Spider-Man character, Miles Morales' family, the Spot, everyone, all has personality. All of them have chemistry. All of them have a distinct style. All of them have their own emotions. Spider-Man have their own unique powers and designs. And they balance them so well. Even the cameo characters that are in there for like 5 to 10 seconds, you can pick them out as they have a distinct personality. They have a funny line or a funny joke. And it's just amazing how they managed to balance all this out. But of course this movie is about Miles Morales and his relationship with Spider-Gwen and his parents. And they are both wrote amazingly. Seeing Miles Morales struggle to come out to his parents like he's Spider-Man is a great conflict. It's built naturally throughout the movie. There are many times when he nearly does it, but he just can't bring himself to do it. It's really emotional. You just want him to do it, but at the same time you don't. So it's kind of that little conflict in your head as well. And his relationship with Spider-Gwen was introduced very well in the first movie, and it carries on developing great in this movie. The best part is, because this movie ends on a cliffhanger, don't worry, I won't spoil what that is, you have no idea what the relationship's going to end up like. And I think that's great because something does happen in this movie which makes you doubt the relationship, but also the ending makes it optimistic. So it's kind of, once again, a conflict in your head. Will they get together? Will they not? Will they remain friends? Will they just remain normal Spider-Man partners? And I can't see where it's going to go, and I don't think much of the audience can. But that's what I really liked about this cliffhanger ending. So many open ends, which you can't wait to see get resolved. And the multiverse stuff as well. I say they're going to different universes. There are thousands and hundreds or whatever of Spider-Man. And wow, the multiverse stuff in this was my favourite part of this movie. Spider-Man 2099 is of course in this movie. And he is sort of the villain as well in this movie. He has an understandable motivation to save the multiverse. He doesn't want it collapsing. But he knows the problem is Miles. That's the problem with balancing the multiverse and making it not collapsing on itself. But at the same time, you're rooting for Miles to succeed. So you agree with Spider-Man 2099 Miguel O'Hara, but you also want Miles Morales to succeed. So again, it's like, who do you agree with? I just love that this movie did that so many times, where you have a villain or a hero that wants to do the right thing, but you also disagree with what he's doing. So I just love that little bit of conflict in your head that this movie introduces. And the emotional scenes in this balance well with the comedy. Nearly every joke in this made me laugh. In fact, I think this is even funnier than the original Into the Spider-Verse. But the best part is the comedy tone and the emotional and scary tones. They don't clash together. They fit in nice well. The jokes are there when they need to be. The writers did a great job of balancing the tone, making every scene as emotional as it can be. And of course, with all the Spider-Man in this movie, this is going to be a Spider-Man fan's wet dream. I have played the games, I have read some of the comics, I have gone into other media as Spider-Man, the old movies of course, the TV shows. Oh my word. Dopamine was injecting into my blood veins every second. There is so much nostalgia everywhere. It's not distracting, it fits in nicely with the movie as well. Sometimes it's there for a quick joke, but the joke is actually really funny. So you don't mind it there as well. So if you're a true Spider-Man fan, get ready to be high on dopamine by the end of this. But of course, the characters are enhanced by amazing voice performances. Shameik Moore, Haley Steinfeld, great as Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. Oscar Isaac, perfect. Perfect casting for Spider-Man 2099. I can't imagine anyone else voicing this character in this movie. He was perfection. He brought a sense of dread to the character. And it's weird because this is a character which you're supposed to root for. But for me, I think the best standout newcomer performance, Jason Schwartzman as the Spot. Absolutely great in this. The Spot was a terrific villain. I cannot wait to see what they do with him in the next movie. And I can't wait to hear Jason Schwartzman's voice back as that character. So this movie is overall just perfect. The one nitpick I'm going to get into this movie is the first 15 or so minutes kind of dragged a little bit. I was enjoying myself. I love what I was seeing, but I was kind of thinking to myself, this is great, but can we get going a little bit? I just want to get onto the other stuff here. So, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, I think is not as good as Into the Spider-Verse, but that doesn't mean it's not perfection. This movie was... I can't put it into words. I honestly loved every second of this movie. My friends seemed to as well. We were laughing, we were shocked, we were having a great time. The story is fantastic. The cliffhanger is great. It never felt out of place. Looking at you, Fast X. The characters all have distinct personality. The animation, the cinematography, the voice acting. Everything is flawless perfection. And of course, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is going to get a 10 out of 10. best movie of the year. I cannot suggest enough for you to see it in the cinema, on the biggest screen. Go and see it in IMAX, whatever. Just go watch this in a cinema. If you're a massive Spider-Man fan, prepare to be high on dopamine, trust me. I'm sorry for getting a bit excited there, but yeah. Wow. I cannot wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse. Not too long, not too long. Less than a year, unless delays come. Please don't delay it. But guys, I hope you all enjoyed this review. My next video, I have got an idea, but if that idea doesn't work out, I've got a backup. But it's something I'm actually really looking forward to talk about, but something I'm not looking forward to watch. You'll see what I mean. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in the comments. And please, I beg of you, don't spoil it for people. I really hate spoilers. Please be fair to other people. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day. See you later.